Welcome back to the action, and the last 64 games start on our board, and what a game we've got to start off with. Luke Humphries takes on Luke Woodhouse. Pleased to say Mark Webster joins us now. What a cracking game we've got here.
Yeah, definitely one to look out for here. Luke Humphries, who had his breakthrough year, you'd have to say, last year. 4 Euro Tour wins. He won the first Players' Championship event of the year as well against a trim-looking Luke Woodhouse, who's been very vocal on his social media. He's been trying to become fitter and better for the tour coming ahead. And Luke Woodhouse well improved last year as well, so expecting a big 2023 from the pair of them.
Yeah, both looking lean and mean at the start of the Players' Championship. And a good start from Humphries, who's thrown back-to-back 140s. So putting a marker down early on here for Woodhouse. You get the feeling, is his turn getting closer?
Well, it is, isn't it? I mean, last year he always qualifies for the Worlds and Minehead. They're the ones that if you just stay steady, you get in. But he got himself into the Grand Slam last year and was very unfortunate to be eliminated in the group stage. But he got a solid action there, and illustrated by that visit there from Luke Woodhouse. I think he's got a lot to offer the sport, great attributes. I say, yeah, I see improvement again this year, but that's the level he's playing against. An 11-dart leg from Luke Humphries, and he made it look really easy, Mark, didn't he?
He did indeed, and that was clinical stuff. And any doubt Luke Woodhouse had about the task in front of him, and I'm not sure that was the worst visit in the world, but the score didn't reflect the throw, just all above the treble 20. But
83.
Humphries showing that he can air himself as he hits a treble 1, so Woodhouse no real damage done early on here.
Yeah, Luke Humphries, well, disappointed to have been omitted from the Premier League. I think many people,
140,
me and you including, Mark, felt he was a shoo-in for the Premier League, but he missed out, being disappointed. But early signs are that he's just going to knuckle down and put himself in the position again, and he keeps doing that. He can't be ignored for these big selection events, the World Series and the Premier League. It's a bright start from Humphries so far.
It is indeed. Woodhouse just missing out on a second, Max. And it's interesting you say about Humphries. Of course he'll be disappointed, but he's hit the ground running here, a maximum for him. You either take it on the chin and move on, Mark, or you let it get you down and affect your game, and you're not going to win anything from that.
No, if you let it fester, you'll start sort of just regressing in the game, and Luke Humphries just come out fighting. There's nothing he can do about it now. Other players, Joe Cullen, Danny Knopper, Ross Smith as well, disappointed, but you've just got to knuckle down. There's plenty of events to play, Euro Tours, Pro Tours, the UK Open, and Humphries,
86.
Real statement star here, unlucky not to have a 2-leg lead.
Yeah, 64, this needs to go here. And he's hit the treble 16, double 8, then 2 darts, and he gets it. That's an impressive finish from Woodhouse. Hits back 1-1, and judging by the first couple of legs here, it could be in for a really exciting game.
100.
Yeah, Luke Woodhouse came through his first round assignment pretty comfortably against Adam Gavlas. Luke Humphries beat Luke Peters. Yeah, these are the kind of scalps these are the challenges that Luke Woodhouse relishes.
140.
He's one of my favourite actions on the tour. So solid, and not a great deal can go wrong with it.
If I've got a criticism or a question about Luke Woodhouse, is quite often you know the score in the game by looking at his face.
Yeah, his body language sometimes gives a little bit. Yeah, I've made that point a lot of times in games. Just needs to keep it in-house, because players can sort of thrive on that. But that is probably something he recognises well. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and sometimes it can be to his detriment.
Yeah, it's just a little thing, isn't it? But I'll tell you what, he's up against it here. But if he can get a 2 treble visit, only 85. I'd be disappointed with that. Then Humphries 87, then potentially another 11-leg holder throw, and it is an 11-leg holder throw. Well, that's almost unbeatable, Das.
Well, it almost is, isn't it? You're asking Luke Woodhouse there, if he wants to break Luke's throw at the minute, he's going to have to do 9 darters. Surely there will come an opportunity for Luke Woodhouse, but in the meantime he's got to keep holding his throw and staying in the match, because Luke Humphries, this is pretty explosive at the beginning here. Look how easy he makes it look. Another 180 for Luke Humphries.
That's 3 and 3 legs for him. We've had 1 in every leg so far. Woodhouse coming down for cover. 96 scored for him.
winner to face Jim Williams or Ross Montgomery. Jim Williams had a good year
97.
last year, won on tour. Decent run at the World Championships as well. He'll fancy himself in our next game. Who will come through this one? Woodhouse has got to hang on in there, and his throw's under
58.
threat now.
And again, you can see he's not happy with himself. He's chuntering as he goes back to the
30.
hockey, but that's a poor visit from Humphries. It's just given him a chance here, Woodhouse, so all not lost.
Woodhouse can take comfort from that. Was a bad trait of Luke Humphries in the early part of his career, sort of chuntering away, giving himself a hard time. He's just right on cue there. Woodhouse not happy not to get more than a 10.
That's a nice visit to leave 60, so pressure on the 147 then. He'd love to get rid of this, but it won't go this time, so Humphries is going to get a real chance to break here. It's all about the layup from Woodhouse, but Humphries will fancy this now.
20 for tops. Can get awkward though. It seems to have left a lot of space there when you dart stick up, and well, I said it got awkward. He made it look an absolute doddle, and that is a breaker throw. And you kind of fear for Luke Woodhouse here, not because the way he's playing, because the way his opponent's playing. Luke Humphries has made a bright start here and is looking so comfortable on throw. A 3-1 lead. He's averaging over 124 at the minute, Luke Humphries. And
is he 3 from 3 on his doubles as well? He's not missed a double yet, has he?
So everything going right so far. For Humphries, we see the average creeping up there, up to 125. And yes, it's early, but it's still 4 legs. There's a lot played, and that's real quality. That's what Humphries can do.
It is. Elsewhere, Simon Whitlock's racing to a 4-0 lead over Steve Lennon. Richie Edhouse leads Nathan Rafferty 3-0. Rob Cross is a leg away. He's 5-3 up against Vincent van der Voort
43
in that one. Only averaging 84 though, so not a classic, but it's all about getting through, isn't it, these early rounds.
140.
And again, on his own throw, Luke Humphries, for the 3rd time, he's on a potential 11-dart leg.
It's incredible from
60.
Humphries.
Well, he took this 87 out in leg 3.
51. Yeah, he opted to do that, not 20 for ball, and missed
71.
the double for the first time. It's not going to have any lasting damage, you wouldn't feel. Humphries looking pretty, well, very comfortable here.
Yeah.
140.
Almost a surprise that he didn't hit the 2-dart kill. He's on the outside.
Game
just
shot.
Beautifully. So 4 legs to 1. Luke Humphries, you have to say here, is making light work of this at the moment. It's phenomenal stuff. And Woodhouse must be feeling the pressure here, and he's missed. Well, that was a rather frustrated last dart there, having hit big 7, and already on his own throw here
140.
He's way under pressure.
Well, it's going to tell, isn't it? Woodhouse is going to the board knowing he's in his head, he's thinking, I need 2 trebles all the time, and that just makes you try that little bit harder. And he's drifted there
58.
now, 6 without a treble, and he's in all sorts of bother. Highest average on the tour last year was Josh Rock, 121.88. That was in defeating Brendan Dolan. Well, that's under threat here.
It is, because he's
45.
potentially about maybe 15 darts away from victory. Humphries, and he's in the cover downstairs. Oh, it's another great visit. Woodhouse, well, I'm not sure he can curse his luck here. He's just run into a fantastic performance, hasn't he, Woodhouse, here?
Yeah, this is one of them where we know Luke Woodhouse likes to give himself a hard time, but there's not a great deal he can do. This is incredible. 3 11-dart legs from Luke Humphries. He's himself 5-1 up, and he's racing through this game, and Woodhouse has just got no answer. There's the average, 123.4.
Well, that'll have put a dent in it. Only 42 takes it down to a paltry 119 now. As Woodhouse looking for a maximum here. Look, it's not over till that final double goes in, and that's what Woodhouse has got to tell himself here. 1 throw at a time, and all of a sudden Humphries is just getting a little bit erratic here, and you can just see a bit of a smirk on his face. Probably frustrated. He'll realise, what's he had? 3 11-dart legs in this match already. It's just crazy.
He probably knows, Mark, as well. He's doing something pretty special here, and he wants to complete the perfection, and he's just trying, not trying that bit hard, but he wants to put on the big performance, and it's just slipping away now. The record on the Players' Championship is actually Peter Wright. He beat Krzysztof Ratajski in 2019, 6-0 with 123.50, and it doesn't look like that record's going to go here. But still a great performance from Humphries.
92.
It is, but Woodhouse here is in a decent position to get a breaker throw. That's more like it from Humphries.
140.
140 gets him down to a finish, but Woodhouse here will feel with a good visit he can leave himself pretty handy.
Yeah, not happy that first start, sort of illustrating the release wasn't great. You want another one in there.
100.
Right. You'd think you'd get another chance, but it's been that sort of game. Hang about. Another one of them to complete the job. What a performance from Luke Humphries, and Woodhouse will acknowledge that he knows he's been against something very special there. Woodhouse, he contributed to a great time, but Mark Wilson, what a performance from Luke Humphries.
What an outstanding performance. What a way to win it as well. The 150 checkout there, the average 119.15, almost unplayable from Humphries at times. Woodhouse, well, he didn't do a lot wrong. He had one look at a double, he took it out, but he's been blown away. Luke Humphries putting down a marker. 6-1 win over Luke Woodhouse.